Yeah, so Alex Nesbitt, class of 2015, Harvard, originally from Chicago, Illinois. I think looking back on my time at Harvard, uh, yeah, Coach Amaker was my best teacher. The school, I got a lot from the school, but from the basketball program specifically. Learned about discipline and showing up every day, and I found that in terms of the people that have been successful in my line of work, what really differentiates people a lot of the times is not just not really how smart you are. Everybody in these lines of work are smart, and we all went to the same schools, but the people who are disciplined, show up every day, and are persistent, end up being successful, uh, and more so than the people that are looking to take shortcuts and looking for the instant gratification, that get rich quick scheme. Right. It's about consistency and persistence, and just doing the work every day. I mean, I feel like going back to day one, it was an instant group of friends. You all come in and you have this shared love of basketball, and that's kind of at the foundation of the relationship. But just through all the shared experiences, the good times and the bad, preparing for battle every day, the battle that is the season and the Ivy League. You just establish a bond that really never goes away. And even today, I mean, you know, a lot of my closest friends that I would do anything for are my teammates, my day ones, and real relationships like that are just hard to come by later in life, because there's just no like analogous experience uh, that you go through with people. So no, I imagine they were my closest friends then, and they're my closest friends now, and I think 10, 20 years from now it's going to be the same thing. Oh man, there are some good ones. I think God, beating Yale my senior year in the play-in game, uh, to go to the tournament one last time is up there. That was special, right? Because it was senior year. We already went to the tournament three times, freshman through junior year. But that senior year, being able to get that last one, just to kind of round out like the legacy of our class, like that was special. And we were a game. I think we were a game behind going into the last weekend of the Ivy League, so it wasn't a sure thing. But being able to win a share of the title and then beat Yale, our biggest rival, in the play-in game to go to the tournament as your last ever Ivy League game, I think that was really special. And there are some other ones too. I think beating New Mexico in the first round of the tournament my sophomore year. That's another good one. So yeah, there were a bunch, but I think that last one was probably number one. Yeah. So starting at the beginning, so I worked at Goldman in investment banking for 2 years. And then from there, I've been in private equity the last eight. So I started as an associate in private equity in San Francisco, working on media and telecom deals, and eventually moved back to New York, and now I'm a director in private equity at BC Partners, evaluating new investments and helping our portfolio companies make strategic decisions and grow. Yeah, just stay the course, like it's not all the times are good, and it gets hard, but it's kind of like in my job you look at public companies and stocks, and it's like some days you're up, some days you're down, but as long as the overall trend is up and you got more up days and down days, just gotta keep with it, be resilient, turn the page, and if you feel like you're getting better and getting something out of it and working hard, you just got to keep going. I'm really really grateful for learning some of those hard lessons early, because I feel like you see kids coming into these jobs from college, and they don't have the structure, they don't have the discipline, they're not used to a group of people dependent on them, to be somewhere at a certain time and to, perform a certain role, when they step into the office, and they end up, having to, learn those lessons the hard way. But I'm glad that I got that teaching, through all basketball, high school basketball and all that stuff. You get it a little bit too, but especially college. It's just it's another level of responsibility and commitment.